Hello, everybody, and welcome back to ArsenGirl Gaming. My name is Heather, and I thank you for joining me for another base game speed build. This one is an unfinished family home, kind of with a country suburban vibe to it. The idea is it's large, it's spacious, it has plenty of room for a growing family, and it has a large yard all set up to be set up with a pool or a hot tub, a playground, whatever your Sims heart desires. You take it out of the gallery, download it into your game, and do with it what you may. However, if you do that, I do ask that you tag me in it. And that way, when I go into the gallery, I can see what you guys have done with this build. I love it when you take my shells and you bring them into your games and you kind of make them your own because that shows me what kind of creativity I'm lacking. And it's you guys are like amazing. And so whatever you guys do with it always makes me very excited to see. So grab it out of the gallery. It's under my gallery name, which is ArsenGirl. I think it's also hashtag Suburban Country or maybe Suburban Country Home. I'm not 100% sure, but if you go to my gallery page, you'll surely find it and download it. Do with it what you may. Let me know. And you never know. I may love what you've done with it so much that I actually do a house tour video later. I'm not going to put any date on it or anything because, this isn't a challenge or anything. I just want to see if you guys grab it, what you do with it. I ended up really liking this house. I wanted to do more of these base game builds because I know we have a lot of new Sims players. And when you first buy the game, you don't buy expansion packs. You don't have a whole bunch of the other add-ons that we all have as you've played for a long time. So I want to make sure that there are plenty of things that I've provided that you guys can download into your game. You can transform them your way. And that's whether you have a small game install of the base game or if you're like me and you have all of the packs. If you have all the packs, you can spruce this up any way you want. The shell is just the basic body. And one thing I did do with this is I tried to experiment a little bit with having like a smaller upstairs, and you will have to probably remove the roof to fully access the upstairs for creating purposes, just because the way the roof line is, the roof doesn't disappear when you're on the second story. So you want to take the whole roof off, just that part on the jut out, so that you can actually get in there. Now, for gameplay, your sim should have no problem playing up in that area, and you should have no problem kind of going and seeing what's happening. If you do, you can just remove that roof. It's only there aesthetically, of course. I mean, houses without roofs, kind of a weird thought. But it is one of those weird things when you kind of build, sometimes the roofs don't cooperate. And since we don't have auto roof in this version of The Sims, roofs have always been something I really am challenged by. I will be that person who admits that I used auto roof a lot because roofs are probably my hardest thing to wrap my mind around. Not only to make them work together, but to get them to look good. I do find myself like driving around town and looking at houses and looking at the shapes and like how the roof lines are. And I'll look at a lot of pictures and I'll try to emulate those roof lines. But sometimes it just doesn't pan out the way I would like it to. And it's very unfortunate, but I shouldn't even say sometimes. I would say probably most of the builds that I do, the roof line does not pan out the way I want it. I've been told that practice makes perfect. So I will keep practicing. Maybe someday I will perfect my roof skills. I'm not holding my breath because if I did, I'd probably be dead, but it's one of those things that I'm always hoping that I will be successful at. So anyway, all right. So now you're going to see here what I'm talking about. This front part is the part where you'll have to remove the roof to fully get in and access. It's kind of a crazy layout, and you'll see when I get more upstairs and I spend more time up there what I did. I did put in the bedrooms and the bathroom and a hallway. But you can see how that little bit of an area in the back is hindered by the roof. And I lied earlier. I think I told you it was the front part, the square part of the roof, but it's the long part of the roof. Only because you can kind of see here where it's cutting off half of those 2 bedrooms, or actually one of them's a bathroom, one's bedroom. So once you get in there and you get your Sims playing, it's not going to be an issue. It's just if you want to actually decorate them. I kind of worked around it when I was doing the bathroom. You can see here how it gets a little tricky, but it worked. It ended up working okay. So, and it's because that long part of the roof is technically on the first story, whereas the square part of the roof is on the second story. So when you're on the second story level, the first story roof doesn't go away. Now you'll see when I go down to the first story, all the roof is gone. So it would be nice if we could like just toggle roofs on and off completely. That would be a dream addition. Actually, I should probably send that into the developers, because wouldn't it be great if we had a button in build buy mode or even in live mode where when you click on it, it can just completely remove the roof so you don't see it. We used to have that, I think. Like we used to have like a roof, like if you think about, I think it's either Sims 2 or Sims 3 if you've played. If not, this is a little bit of history. You used to have like a picture of the house. So you'd have like the first floor, the second floor, and then it had its own segment for the roof. And I'm pretty sure if you just did that, it just toggled the roof on and off. And that would be kind of cool if we could just have a toggle roof on and off feature, because I'd love to be on the second floor and just have the roof completely gone, even in gameplay, without having to take down take down the whole level. Because sometimes, like in this house, you have roofs that are on different levels, and by having only the level you're on have the roof be removed, it kind of inhibits what you're doing. So, or what I'm doing, I guess. I'll own it. It may not bother any of you, but it's one of those things that is constantly a challenge when you're already roof challenged. It just makes things just a little harder. So anyway, yeah. So back to the build. I'm building a large family kitchen here. I have allocated some space there at the end down by the refrigerator for you to put in a nice dining table and chairs. I wanted it to be spacious, and the first floor I do have an area allocated as well for a first floor master bedroom, which is what you're seeing behind the kitchen, office, and then a actual dining room off to like the side of the front door. I was really going for that like traditional house feel in the suburbs, in the Midwest. You walk in. I mean, it's very common. You walk in, you've got a dining room off to one side, you've got an office off to the other side. Sometimes you get the first floor master, then you've got a big open family room, nice kitchen. So that was the whole goal. Anyway, you guys, that about wraps up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked my little roof rant. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know you watched. And of course, if you're new to my channel and you'd like to see more, go ahead and subscribe, then ring the bell. If you ring the bell, that lets YouTube know you'd like notifications when I post something new on the channel. That way you don't miss out on anything coming down the line. I do have lots more coming. More Sims 4, more base game builds, more Sims 4 on console, because Island Living will be releasing on console very shortly. And of course, one reminder, if you do end up decorating and remodeling this house and put it up in the gallery, tag me so I can check it out. Until then, have a great one.